In today's video, I'm going to share with you one simple shift that could reduce sugar cravings, boost your energy, calm hormonal symptoms, and even support fat loss. After a decade of working with women struggling with PMS, mood swings, brain fogs, and exhaustions, and honestly testing every protocol, herb, and supplement on myself as well, I've found what I believe is the closest thing to a magic bullet. And the best part is that it's free, it's simple, and you can start tomorrow or even today, depending on when you're watching this video. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Linda Vezzoli. I'm a nutritional therapist and health coach and senior lecturer at the College of Naturopathic Medicine in London. I help women understand their hormones, restore their energy, and feel confident in their bodies again through simple nutrition and lifestyle shifts, which honor our unique female physiology. Okay, ready for my secret? Hold on to your hats. My secret weapon is to front load your day. What does that actually mean? Well, front loading your day means eating most of your calories in the first half of the day, starting with a bombastic breakfast within an hour of waking up. Yeah, you heard me. Breakfast is back, baby. Let me share with you what I commonly see in my practice and across thousands of clinical cases that I've observed as a lecturer. Women tend to skip breakfast most mornings or maybe have a coffee. Then for lunch, they maybe have a salad or a wrap or something equally as light. Cue the crash in the afternoon when most women say that they experience uncontrollable cravings that then can carry on into the evening as well. And they'll also tell me that they're struggling with their sleep and feel like their hormones are wreaking havoc. Does that sound familiar? I see this so frequently, as well as hearing women telling me that they're addicted to sugar. I swear, if I had a pound for every client that told me that they're addicted to sugar, I'd probably be on an island somewhere right now. So here's one of my simple hacks. Ignore the people who tell you that breakfast was invented by the cereal companies, and let's go back to setting ourselves up properly for the day ahead. Think about it. You wouldn't leave to go on a road trip with an empty tank of fuel, would you? Or maybe fill up the tank right as you're about to get to your destination. So, why are you starting the day with no fuel in your tank? A substantial breakfast anchors blood sugar, lowers morning cortisol, helps to harmonize hormones, and signals to the body that it is daytime and it is safe. It actually acts as a Zeitgeber, a German word meaning giver of time, helping to regulate your circadian rhythm so that you can sleep better at night as well. Eating in the morning sends a powerful message of safety and nourishment to the body, which is crucial for hormonal health. And honestly, I've witnessed some of the most profound changes in both my clients and myself simply by bringing breakfast back. It's a time tested habit that's become strangely ignored in today's world of biohacking. Now you may be thinking, hey, but Linda, what about intermittent fasting? Well, this is a topic for a whole other video, and I've also written a blog post about it. If you're interested, I'll pop the details in the description below. But I will say this, female physiology requires safety in order to reproduce and maintain healthy hormones. And starving yourself for 18 plus hours a day is not sending that message. Another question I hear all the time is, well, what if I'm not hungry in the mornings? And if that's you, I completely understand. I used to be that person. I actually remember my mother chasing me down the street with a glass of freshly squeezed orange juice while I ran off to school on an empty stomach. But I'll tell you this, waking up without an appetite can actually be a sign of elevated stress hormones like cortisol. Cortisol is actually naturally higher in the morning. It helps us wake up and get on with our day. But if it's too high, it can actually suppress hunger. After all, if we're running away from a tiger, we don't really want to have our stomach rumbling at that time. So if you haven't eaten for 10 to 12 hours, you should feel hungry. A healthy morning appetite is a sign of a healthy metabolism, not something that we should be feared or proudly announce is missing. If you're struggling with low appetite, you can start small. Something like a milky drink with honey or maple syrup and collagen, or some salty bone broth with a side of fresh fruit, some Greek yogurt with honey and fruit, and then you can eat a larger meal about 30 to 60 minutes later. Your hunger will return. I see this every time. Okay, so now you're hungry in the mornings and you may be wondering, what should I actually eat for breakfast? Breakfast, like every other meal, should include protein and carbohydrate. Yes, protein is important. I know that you know this because it's being hammered into us women from all directions lately. Protein, protein, protein. But carbohydrates are equally as essential for blood sugar stability, for energy, for thyroid and hormonal function. Protein and carbs are made for one another, so please stop separating these beauties and stop villainizing carbohydrates. Some lovely combinations of protein and carbs for breakfast include things like eggs and fruit and or sourdough bread. Dairy like yogurt or cottage cheese with some fruit, oatmeal or oat bran made with milk and collagen and berries. Or you could simply eat a normal meal. Most Asian countries I've visited have things like soups and noodles for breakfast, which are delicious. I'll share with you my favorite breakfast, which I've eaten for almost every day for the past 2 years. I'll have a 2-egg omelet with Parmesan cheese, a bowl of cottage cheese with some sliced kiwi, sourdough toast with butter and jam or cream cheese and jam, and a milky coffee with collagen and maple syrup. Yep, all of those in one meal. That's about 600 calories right off the bat, and it's fuel for me to slay the day. And guess what? Lunch is just as substantial. Think logs on the fire, not kindling. Solid meals like a burrito bowl, some homemade tacos, fish or seafood with potatoes or rice, soups and stews. Have salads as a side, but include protein, some root vegetables, or some fruit. Salads can be lovely in the summer months, but they're often too low in calories to sustain you alone. When you fuel properly in the day, earlier in the day, the afternoon crashes disappear because your body no longer needs to send that emergency signal that drives cravings. Now, what about dinner? I hear you ask. Well, if you've eaten well earlier, should dinner be light? It really depends on your activity levels and your goals. Personally, I like 3 logs on the fire meals a day, but even a lighter dinner should still be a meal, not a snack. Your sleep is your best guide. So if you're waking during the night, even just to urinate and then going back to sleep, or if you're experiencing cravings throughout the day, you likely need more nourishment. So give this a try and let me know how you do. I promise you, this simple shift can be life-changing. If this topic resonates with you and you want to go deeper, I've created a self-led online program called the Midlife Reset. It brings together everything that I teach my one-to-one clients and my students, and we go much deeper, step by step, with live group coaching support included. You can find out more details in the description below. If you love this content, consider subscribing so you don't miss out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.